My name's Ben, and today we've got this stunning 2015 on a 65 registration Porsche 981 Cayman GT4 to show you around. And most importantly, this is a Clubsport specification car, which is the most desirable version of a Cayman GT4, whether it's 981 or 718. It's what everybody wants. And this particular example, finished in Carrera white with the black interior, has got some fabulous features. It is protected by full front end paint protection film, and that is also extended down the lower side sills and up sort of the rear quarters very slightly, and we'll show you where that goes to as we walk around the car. It's got a full service history, almost all with Porsche main dealer, bar the most recent service, which was carried out by a well-known Porsche specialist. And we'll walk around the car and point out some of the features for you as we're going around. But very quickly, being a 981, a lot of the purists will argue that this is the better version of the GT4 for two reasons. A, it was only available as a manual gearbox, so this is a 6-speed manual gearbox, which makes it much more enjoyable to drive. And B, it sounds much better than 718 because it is pre-filters in the exhaust. So it's a great sounding example. And this particular car has got the switchable sports exhaust system. But starting at the front end, we'll point out some of the features and walk you around this stunning example. So first of all, obviously being a GT product Porsche, you've got this sort of scoop in front of the front here, which is a really nice feature. And as I say, that is a feature on all GT product Porsches. You've got this massively extended front splitter section, or whole front bumper actually, being a GT car, with the big air vents on either side, and you'll notice these air vents have been protected by some Sport grills, which is again a very popular modification that people make on these cars. We've got the LED daytime running light in the top of these air vents, which also double up as an indicator, and then the bi-xenon headlamps in the black finish on the background. And it brings me on to a couple of additional things that have been done to this car to enhance the driving experience. So the car's got Manthey racing lower arms and also Manthey racing geometry for fast road setup and corner weights. So it's had some money spent on it to make it a much more enjoyable driving experience. And again, some quite popular modifications on these GT4s. And also, if you know anything about Porsche, you'll know Manthey are the best people in the business. Coming round the side, we've got the GT4 wheels finished in satin black. It's a very nice feature with the GT4 logo in the centre rather than the traditional Porsche crests. And we've got the red brake calipers with the white Porsche lettering on the front there. The car's also got Porsche decals down the side, so you will see they start on the front bumper and they go all the way down the doors there as well. And again, the front bumper, wings, bonnet, door mirrors, lower sills, and up to here are covered in paint protection film, including these side vents, which are a usual area to get hit by stone chips on these GT4 cars. But nice to know that they are very well protected on this particular example. It also comes up the roof, so you can probably just about see there's actually a small line across the top of the roof there where that paint protection film is covering up the A-pillars and across the top few inches of the roof. Door handles are also PPF, believe it or not, so they've been done as well. And then if you have a look inside, as I mentioned, a full Clubsport package car. So we've got the carbon fibre racing seats, the fire extinguisher and the half roll cage in the back of the car, and obviously the 6-point harnesses, which are very high quality racing harnesses as well. Lots of Alcantara, being a GT product car. Alcantara roof lining as well, which is a very nice feature. And then again, being a Cayman, one thing I didn't touch on at the beginning, but being a Cayman, you have both a frunk and a boot. So there's lots of storage space in this car. And you can see that exposed carbon fibre on the seats down the sides there. It's a really, really nice touch to be able to see that. It's beautifully finished throughout. Gloss carbon fibre, and the GT4 on the aluminium tread plates down there. Coming round the back of the car, again, you've got the obvious key feature, which is very obvious, stands out in your face, the big rear spoiler on the GT4s. In my opinion, they're such a great looking car, really aggressive design. Again, a very big diffuser section across the bottom here with the sports exhaust in the centre, the dual exit exhaust pipes right in the centre of the car, and then the GT4 badge in jet black just in the centre there. And if the cameraman waits here, I'll open the boot just to show you how practical they actually are as a car. So you, like I say, you have a frunk which is the same as sort of a 911 size frunk, and then you've got the boot as well. So you've got lots of space in the boot section here. You can even store some maybe light bags or some clothes or coats or whatever just underneath the roll cage on that rear section there. Obviously, being a mid-engined car, the engine is actually under this section here. And again, a lot of people argue that the Caymans have much better weight distribution than the 911 and therefore are much more of a driver's car. Coming into the car, I'll jump inside and we'll talk through some of the interior options for you. So starting with the driver's door card, again, as I touched on before, being a GT product, there's a few features here. So Alcantara on the grab handles and the armrest here, and then leather everywhere else on the door card. And then again, we've got these sort of racing inspired pulley door handles. So you just pull these black handles rather, and they will release the doors for you. Still electrically adjustable door mirrors as you would expect. And then coming into the center, I'll just grab the key, fire the car up and talk you through some of the features in here. So just foot on the clutch and fire the car into life. Obviously a 3.8 litre engine in these cars, they sound fabulous. And as I mentioned before, we have got the switchable sports exhaust button, which will just enhance the noise even more. A GT steering wheel, so as with all GT cars, no multifunction, just a straight GT steering wheel because very driver focused, very adjustable, Alcantara trims around the outside and the beautiful metal on the inserts. We have the digital right-hand screen to the right-hand side of the rev counter, which at the moment you can see is on a digital map, but we can flick that up and down and have lots of different trip meters, tyre pressures, sports chrono package, because this car has got the sports chrono package, which is an option on a Cayman GT4, and various other different information screens, temperatures, etc. that you can see through there. Also down behind the steering wheel on the left-hand side, we do have cruise control. Again, very nice feature on a Cayman, just makes it that bit more usable on an everyday basis if you wanted to do so. And then coming across to the centre, here is our Sports Chrono Package Plus clock in the centre of the dashboard. As I say, not standard on a Cayman GT4, so very nice to have that feature. A lot of people are very fussy about having those in any Porsche product, so in my opinion, a necessity in a GT product car. Navigation screen in the centre here, and again, various different things, Bluetooth music, etc., all playable through that centre screen. Climate control down the bottom here, or air conditioning, and then some shortcut buttons for heating the front screen and rear screen, etc. if it is a cold day. Our beautiful manual gearbox, so 6-speed manual gearbox with a really nice feel to it. It's very nice to drive this car. And you've got a sport button down here which actually just allows auto blipping of the gear stick. So it can make you sound like you're a much better driver than you actually are, but nobody's going to complain because nobody will know from the outside. Some traction control buttons, and then obviously a suspension button to stiffen the suspension. An Alcantara centre armrest lid with some extra storage under there as well. And then just these beautiful seats. I can't get over how comfortable they are. Like I say, with the harnesses in this particular example, but you can take those out if you wish to do so and just use the normal seat belts. But they are just such a beautiful place to sit. And it just makes a big difference. In my opinion, if you're going to have a GT product Cayman without bucket seats, you might as well just buy a Cayman GTS because it just feels exactly the same if you haven't got a Clubsport car. But as we touched on at the beginning, just a beautiful example, a 65 registration 981 GT4 in Carrera white with the decals and the black interior and black wheels. It's a really, really standout example. 25,000 miles from new with a full service history, and most importantly, that paint protection film just protecting the finish from factory. My name's Ben. I hope the video's helped. Thank you very much for watching.